All right, so starting off with one of the first steps that you're going to need to take and that you need to be aware of, which is that you need to decide on a selling style. And when I say selling style, for anyone out there that's confused on what this means, well, when it comes to selling on eBay, generally speaking, there's so many different ways that you can do it. There's people on eBay right now that are doing something called thrifting, which is where they go to charity shops, thrift stores, and they buy clothes, they buy different items at a discounted price for them to sell it on eBay. There's also so many different sellers out there that do something called retail arbitrage, which is where they go to retail stores, for example, Walmart in America, or if you're living in the UK, it's going to be stores like Argos, maybe Asda. And then what they do is that they buy items that are on sale and then they list it on eBay to make a profit. Another way that you can sell on eBay is by doing drop shipping, which is where you don't have to see the item at all. All you're going to do is list the product on your eBay store. Whenever you make a sale, you're going to go over to your dropshipping supplier's website, buy it from them, and then they're going to be responsible to ship it to your customers. And there's another way that you can sell on eBay called wholesaling, which is where you're going to find a supplier that's going to be able to source you with the products at a discounted price because you're buying so many units at the same time. It doesn't need to be thousands of units. It could just be 30, maybe 50 units at a time. But because you're buying it in bulk, you're going to be able to make a profit once you list it on eBay and you start generating sales. So I'd say that those are the main ways that you can sell products on eBay. But whatever the case is, during this step over here, you just need to decide on whichever method is going to be suitable for you and your situation. But moving on to the second step, which is that you then want to create a small business plan. Now, generally speaking, I don't really think that it's good to waste a lot of time creating a business plan, but the reason why I've emphasized the word small is because it's always good to have a brief idea of exactly what type of eBay business you're trying to build. And especially if you're a beginner that's never ever created a business before, you need to have some sort of a plan of exactly how you're going to get to whatever money goals you're trying to get to. And once you do get to the stage of creating your business plan, I would say that the main things that you need to focus on is coming up with a budget in terms of how much you're willing to invest into your new eBay business. Because no matter what type of selling style that you decide to go with, you're going to have to invest something or have some sort of a budget on the side just in case you need to pay for anything. Even if you plan on going down the route of doing dropshipping, you're still going to have some money on the sideline just in case you're going to have to pay for the products yourself if eBay holds the money temporarily. And I think it goes without saying that if you do decide to do the wholesaling option, you're of course going to have some sort of investment ready when it comes to buying the products in bulk. So in your business plan, you need to have some sort of a budget idea. The next thing that you're going to need to think about is banking. Now, when I say banking, I'm talking about what bank account are you going to use when it comes to paying for whatever expenses that you need to pay for and receiving the money that you're going to be receiving once you start generating sales. Even if you plan on using a personal account when you first get started, it needs to be a dedicated personal account. You don't want to mix transactions with the money that you're spending in your normal day-to-day life. So in your business plan, just make sure that you consider this. One of the next things that you want to consider is how you will store the items in your house. Now, if you do decide to go down the route of retail arbitrage, wholesale, thrifting, anything that requires you to buy the products in bulk, then you're going to need to have an idea of exactly where you're going to keep the products, whether in your house, whether in a dedicated area in your house. But this is something that you need to think about. When I first started my eBay business many years ago, when I was living at my mum's house, my mum had a spare room, so I was able to operate the business from there before I now grew the business to the point where I was able to invest into a dedicated office space. So this is definitely something that's worth thinking about. And another thing that you want to think about is how will you ship your orders? So as I already said, when I first started building up my eBay business seriously, I was working my 9-to-5 job. So I needed to have a plan of exactly how I was going to ship my orders. Maybe I was going to do it before I went into work, maybe during my lunch break. And this is something that wasn't necessarily easy at the time because I had to actually do my 9-to-5 job whilst also trying to run an eBay business. But because I had a plan in mind of exactly how I was going to execute it, I was able to do it in an effective way. So I'd say that these are some of the basic things that you need to think about when it comes to constructing your business plan. Of course, it's not limited to this, but I just want to get you guys thinking about the most important things that goes into running an e-commerce business on eBay. But moving on to the third step, which is that you then need to sign up for an account. Now, when it comes to signing up for an eBay account, this is fairly straightforward. If you're living in America, you're going to sign up to ebay.com. If you're living in the UK, you're going to go over to ebay.co.uk. Whichever country that you're living in, you're going to go over to the dedicated domain and make sure that you sign up for an account over there. And the sign up process isn't really difficult. All they're going to do is ask you for your name, your surname, your email address, and you're going to be able to get your account. Now, once you're given your account, you're going to have to go through the verification process. This is where eBay is going to make sure that you're a real person. So they may request your ID. They may also request some sort of bank statement or utility bill to make sure that you live at at the address that you claim that you live at. And the reason why this is important to know before you get started is because you want to make sure that you've got all of the documentation ready so that you don't delay your account getting approved. And during this stage, I would recommend that you sign up for a personal account to begin with. And once you get to the point where you're ready to take your eBay business serious, that's the point where you can now switch over to a business account. But moving on to the fourth step, which is that you then need to decide on a niche. So when it comes to building up an eBay business, most people believe that the most important thing is to find a winning product. And I'm going to be talking about that a little bit later on. But I would say that before you even think about finding a winning product, you need to think about what your eBay business is going to be centered around in terms of the niche. And when I say niche, I'm talking about the category or the types of products that you're going to sell. If you're able to have a clear idea of what type of products you're going to sell, it's going to make your job easier when it comes to building your business, because from there you're going to be able to then find winning products from within that niche. And I would say that this is probably one of the most common mistakes that a lot of beginners tend to make, which is that they're so focused on finding one single winning product when in reality they need to decide on the category of products that they want to build their business around. And there's some key things that you want to think about. For example, you want to make sure that whatever niche you pick, it's evergreen, which means that people have been searching for products from within that category for the past 5 years, which means that there's a chance that they're going to be searching for products within that category over the next 5 years. In addition to that, you also want to make sure that it's a niche that has products that people actually need when it comes to their day-to-day life. The way that I've been able to be successful with my eBay businesses is by focusing on selling products that people need when it comes to running their day-to-day life on a normal basis, because if they don't have it, they're not going to be able to function in the way that they want to. If you're able to decide on a niche that has some sort of necessity to it, then of course you're going to increase your chances of being successful. And one of the best ways that you can find a high-performing niche is by using a tool called Zeke Analytics. So as you can see, I've just logged into my account, and one of the first things that I do is come over to the seller settings and select the domain that I'm looking to sell on. In this case, I'm going to leave it as ebay.com for this example. For the business model, I'm going to change it from dropshipping to wholesale. And then what you're going to do once you've selected whichever settings that you want to set it to is you're going to come over here to where it says trending eBay niches and sort the revenue from highest to lowest. And then from this point, you could just scroll through all of these different categories and pick one that you're happy to build your business around. Now, the one that I'm going to use in today's example is this one over here, lighting bulbs. So if I just click into it, from here, Zeke Analytics is going to be able to show us a lot of useful information. For example, how much money was spent on light bulbs in the last 30 days. So right here, it's over $21,000. We can also see how many units was purchased and the successful listing rate. All of this information here is going to be helpful when it comes to us finding a high performing category. And not only that, if I just scroll down over here, if we just take a look at this market share section, we're going to be able to see all of the different eBay sellers that are currently selling light bulbs right now. And we're going to be able to see which one of these have the biggest market share, which is going to allow us to spy on an eBay seller that is performing the best when it comes to the niche that we're looking to build our business around. And in addition to that, if I just scroll down, we're going to be able to see all of the light bulbs that customers spent the most money on. And this now brings me on to the fifth step, which is that you then want to find 5 winning products that you're going to start off with when it comes to building up your eBay business. So if I was personally looking to start a brand new eBay brand that was centered around light bulbs, the way that I would personally do it is look at all of these different light bulbs over here, and then I'll pick the top 5 ones because of course these are the ones that I'm going to be able to have the most success with. And that's the main reason why I like to use Zeke Analytics, because it just kind of makes the whole process a lot more easier. For example, if I just clicked into this one over here, it's going to take us directly to the eBay listing, and even eBay is telling us that this one is currently trending where the seller's been able to sell over 1,200 units already. So if you also wanted to sign up to Zeke Analytics for a 7-day trial, you're going to be able to do that by clicking the link in my description down below. From here, you're going to be able to sign up for the 7-day trial just for $1, and from there you're going to be able to find the winning niche and you're going to be able to find your winning products. But once you finish doing your product research, the 6th step after that is that you want to find a supplier and start buying the products in bulk. Now, for those of you that are looking to build a brand on eBay by doing the wholesale option and buy the products in bulk for you to fulfill the orders yourself, I would recommend using Alibaba.com when it comes to finding a supplier in China. This is the website that I've personally been using over the years when it comes to me finding long-term suppliers that I've been using for the past 7, 8, 9, 10 years. It's a very useful website, very easy and simple to navigate. For example, if I was looking to sell light bulbs, all I'm going to do is just come over here and type in light bulb just like that. Of course, I'm going to need to be a a lot more specific when it comes to the type of model of light bulb that I'm looking to buy in bulk. But straight away, we're going to be able to see all of these different suppliers. A lot of these suppliers have been on here for over 5 years, 7 years, 16 years. And I would say that the key thing that you want to look out for is to, number one, make sure that the supplier is verified. And you also want to make sure that the supplier that you go with specializes in the product that you're thinking about selling. For example, let's say if I was looking to go with this supplier over here, the way that I'm going to be able to check what type of products they sell is by clicking into their name just like this. From here, I'm going to be able to get a lot of useful information about the supplier. I'm going to be able to see their warehouse. I'm going to be able to see their employees. I'm going to be able to see a lot of stuff. And if I click into the products and click on see all categories, I'm going to be able to get a better idea of the type of products that they sell. But of course, once you do get to this stage over here, there's an entire process that goes into making sure that you're finding the best supplier possible, and you're also making sure to do your return on investment calculations to ensure that you're going to be able to make profit, as well as making sure that you've included all of the costs that a lot of people don't think about, e.g. import tax and packaging cost and postage cost and things like that. So if you did want to get a little bit more information on the step-by-step process that goes into building up an eBay business from scratch as a complete beginner, I would advise you to go over to www.projectebay.com, because over there what I've done is put all of my many years of experience in one place, breaking down every small detail that you need to be aware of when it comes to starting, growing and scaling an eBay business as a complete beginner, the things that I wish I knew before I was able to get to my first $100,000 in profit. So make sure that you check that out by visiting the website that's on the screen over here, or you can click the first link that's in the description down below. But moving on to the 7th step, once you have found your supplier and you have started importing the products, is that you then need to list the products using eBay SEO. So one of the things that a lot of beginners don't think about when it comes to selling on eBay is that they neglect the fact that eBay is actually a search engine, which means that the way that it works is that potential customers go onto ebay.com, ebay.co.uk, wherever it is, they go over to the search bar, they type in specific keywords for them to get specific results back in terms of the product that they're thinking about buying. And just to give you an idea of what you need to be aware of when it comes to utilizing the power of eBay SEO in the correct way, I'm just going to come over to the search bar just like this, and let's assume that I was thinking about buying a light bulb. I may just type it in just like this, so I might just type in light bulb, and then I may come down here to this one, which is the one that I might be thinking about buying. From here, there's around 15,000 different results, but when it comes to all of these different sellers that are at the top of the search results, there's specific things that they're doing correctly. So if I just click into this one, this seller's been able to sell over 443 different units, but the reason why their product is at the top of the search results is for a number of different things. Of course, it's because of eBay SEO, which is where they've made sure to include the relevant keywords in the actual title, as well as the item specifics, and of course the item description. These are the top 3 places that you need to make sure that you put the keywords for the product that you're selling for you to increase your chances of getting the product on the first page of eBay. But in addition to that, we can also see that this seller has 100% positive feedback. This is something else that you need to try and accomplish with your eBay business for you to maintain a healthy eBay account, because the better positive feedback that you have, the higher likelihood eBay is going to show your products to more people. This seller also offers a 30-day return policy. Most sellers on eBay tend to offer the bare minimum 14 days, but they've gone above and beyond to make sure that they are giving the customer more time when it comes to returning the item, which eBay likes as well. These are a few things that you can do when it comes to getting your product on the first page, but of course, again, there's some other things that you need to be aware of. In this video, I just wanted to give you the key things that I wish I knew before I got started, because it would have put me on the right path. But if you've enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to press the like button. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe as well and hit the bell notification. And if you want to watch another video that I made recently where I break down some other tips and tricks that goes into building up an eBay business, things that I may have not touched on in this video, then make sure you click the link right there. Check that out straight after this one, because it's already helped out so many people, and I'm sure that it's going to help you out too. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.